Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunnell. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around Philadelphia. We do full service, partial, month of coronations. We do custom events. We do home staging. We do planning and decor in all states. We do destination weddings. I have many years of planning industry. I'm sorry, guys, I'm a little chilly today, so I'm trying to get myself um, all over the states and globally. We do milestone celebration, birthday, anything pretty much that need planning and decor. We handle it all. I am a master certified wedding planner and a certified florist. Um, you can learn more about my service on my website on www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com, and that's www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com. You can also look in the comment section, it's also there. Please like and share, subscribe to my channel. On my website, you can also sign up for a free 30-minute consultation where you can learn more about my services and tell me about your upcoming needs. Even if you don't go on my services, this consultation is still free. Who doesn't want something free? And then on top of that, you can also learn about my planning classes and decor classes, how I teach you from start to finish how to plan your own wedding and how to be a florist. So today I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to talk about the benefit of already having plan B when you're planning, and also to do things earlier and the benefits. So I'm going to talk about three parts: the benefit of having a wedding planner, or professional wedding planner, I should say. So we're going to start off at always having a plan B when you're planning your wedding. Because one thing you have to understand, that in planning anything in life, things don't always go the way you want it to go. You can plan a perfect wedding. You can plan a perfect event, I should say. There are going to be one or two hiccups. But if you have options, and then the most important thing before that, if you do things earlier on, you can prevent them. Because let's say, like for example, like I talk about in the previous video, I have a client who her wedding was postponed. It was supposed to be in May, and they postponed it to another day. The bridesmaid got her dress, never tried it on, and when she finally did try it on, the color it was too big. She went ahead and got it altered to somebody else instead of going back to the vendor. Like I said, always alter a thing with the vendor, and it kind of messes the dress up. So at that time frame, all her color scheme and everything has started. The dress that she bridal maids had was no longer in stock. And that's what I also talk about, the color wheels of having using color relative colors. Because if the color that she picked was a little off, but the idea, because I use different palette colors that kind of go, I didn't have to change as much. So for example, if you give me one color, I use a color surrounding the bold, the warm colors, the cold colors to kind of make it different. So instead of changing the whole design scheme, I was able to still adapt. Yes, I was able to adapt certain changes to it, but it didn't dramatic affect the wedding. I changed certain things to the male suit. So you always, in planning an event or anything, you always have to be prepared for messed up. You always have to be prepared. Okay, well, if this happened, well, I can alter that. I can do this. If you are always in that mind frame, you will not be disappointed when things come. You can adapt. Yes, as human, we're gonna feel like, oh my God, I already did this and did that, and this happening. But if you plan properly and plan ahead of time, everything is done. And one thing I tell everyone that's getting married, you want to make sure that all your major things that you need, whether from payment, whether from decor, anything that have to do with your wedding majorly, you want to do everything before 30 days before your wedding. 30 days before your wedding, you just want to be finalizing a little bit of details, little changes here and there. You don't want no major expenses or major anything done, because if those things, major things happen within those 30-day period, it's really hard for you to change them. You can change them, but it's going to be a lot of stress, it's going to have a lot of factor. And most of my bride is like, what I do for them, they are real relaxed at the 30-day point. Like most of the time I have my last consultation with them, there's no reason for me to talk to them, but I just talk to them just because it's in the plan. If they want to use it, those appointments fine. If they choose not to use it, it's fine. But that 30-day mark, you have everything that's done, everything is planned. You just excuse me, pretty much sitting back and relaxing. So, down to switch gears over, and that's the main fact of hiring a professional wedding planner, because those are the things that you may not be able to do yourself. So when situation come, you may not know how to fix those problems, and if you also see other vendors or other things, those things to find a new, let's say if you're DJ Fortune or your something happened with your photographer, those things is hard for you to go ahead and search and find somebody in the show notice. But as a professional planner, we have a huge vendor list. If I have a planner, something, let's say something happened and they cannot honor those things, I know how to rotate things around. I can call another vendor and say, hey, I have this, do you have a counter? So we have a multiple resources that you may not have. We have avenue that we can use that you may not have access to. So those are some of the benefits of having a planner, because what our job is to make sure that your life is stress free, that you can have your event, have your beautiful wedding the way you need it to be, without any stress, any headache, or any pushback. And if you do not have, because we understand not everybody have that budget, or some people may even have the budget, and they may feel like, well, you know what, I think I can do it by myself. That's fine. But you also have to think about there are certain aspects of your wedding that you cannot do. You can plan everything leading up to that day of the wedding. You can be walking down the aisle and the photographer or the caterer needs something. You're not gonna stop your ceremony and say, okay, well I can fix that, fix it. You cannot. So even if you cannot hire a planner from start to finish, hire a professional wedding coordinator. A day of coordinator, I should say, who can coordinate every aspect, that you can trust them and they can get those things done. Or if you have a trusted family member, but the problem with that is that it's nothing wrong with hiring a trusted family member. But sometimes people are typically getting the spirit of a party mood, or getting the space of getting things done, and kind of switch gears a little bit. We're professional. We know that we are on a job. It's like, for example, when you go to job, any job, I would say, when you are there with a bunch of strangers, your work attitude is different. If you are there and kicking it with your friends and having a, not to say that you're not going to do your work, but you're going to slack off a little bit, because you might get distracted kicking it with your friends and kicking it with people. You forget, like, oh my God, it's I just wasted half an hour here and that time is gone because you're kicking and laughing. With a wedding professional, we understand that we are on a job from start to finish. Everything has to be done in time. Everything has to be done in a specific way. Now, not all planners are there. That's why you need to do your research and make sure you have a wedding professional who would do that. But the benefit of hiring a planner is that your life is stress free. They can help you with a lot of things that is not. If you are doing it yourself, as I stated, and I'm going to repeat myself, make sure all your major things is done. You want to make sure everything, you want 3 months before, whoever you are going to have to step in that coordination field, even 6 months before, even in the beginning stages, have that person walking along with you as you do certain things, so they already have an idea. But in the instant, if it's not happening, at least more than 30 days before, fill that person in 2 to 3 months before. Say, hey, let them know exactly what everything's going to be. That way everything is smoothly, everything goes well, and your day can be a success. So you don't have to be thinking about walking down the aisle like, oh my God, is it going to go well? Did I do this? And then on top of that, if you're trusting somebody, whether it's a family member or planner, you have to trust them. After you give past the baton, you have to relax. You got to take a step back and trust them that it will do your job. You don't want to be stepping over them and start to, because if you start to step over, it's human. You get people say, okay, well, if she feel like she can do it, go ahead, you do it. I don't care. You have to trust the people that you put in place. Whether it's a planner, whether it's a family member, anything, you have to trust them. If you do not trust your planners, or you do not trust the people that are working along with you, your wedding, I don't care how great it is, it will not go well. Because you're going to try to hover around them creatively. They may not do everything they need, and you may not get that true vision and what you inspire. Because there's nothing more than giving somebody a blank canvas and telling them, this is what I want, and let them transcend it into something beautiful. But that is all today. It was just a little pipping to stop by. As you guys know, if you just comment here, my name is Linda Gunner. I have a huge, anytime I have a huge wedding, I switch gears a little bit. I have a wedding this weekend. Actually, tomorrow. I have a wedding tomorrow, and I have one on Saturday, and then I have one next weekend. So one like that is like I'm crazy busy and trying to make sure everything is done. So I can't really go deep into the topics and things that I want to. So I just did like a pit stop to talk to you guys and know to check in. But once again, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have an amazing day. Bye.